Once there was this person who had done lot of crimes. He was involved in the robbery, murdering, and everything. So finally, this guy was arrested by the police and they got him to the jail. Now, considering all the crime that he had done, the punishment that was decided for him was life sentence. So the jailer took him and he put him in the cell and he said that you'll be sentenced to death. The prisoner, he was a very healthy, a huge guy, very well built. He was like, what that? So that's the kind of feeling that he had at that point in time. While the day started passing by, the jailer once again came to him and said, you know what? This time it's going to be something different. You are not going to be put to death like anyone else. Where usually the norm is like where they'll be hanged, right? So you are not going to go through that process. In fact, there is one very poisonous cobra that is there, and you are going to be bitten by that, and that's how you're going to be dying. Now that's what the jailer said. Again, this heavy personality guy who said, that's okay. So he was like, okay, more ignoring kind of personality. The days kept on passing, and probably it was around 1 month time. Then again, the jailer came and reminded him, you know, right, how you're going to be, how your death sentence is going to be, right? It is going to be, you're going to be bitten by a huge black cobra, which is very, very poisonous. It's roughly around 8 feet long, right? So that's what he said. And he said that cobra is going to be coming to this jail. They are going to get that to the jail in probably around 1 or 2 weeks. Now this prisoner, he started feeling bit worried. Again, by the time it was around 2 weeks, again the jailer came and he said, you know what? I just saw that black cobra today. Oh my god, it's so dangerous to see itself, right? And I heard that it is very, very poisonous snake. And he said, I see that, okay, you have only 3 weeks time left, right? Again, time kept on passing and it was roughly around, probably around 1 week's time. And again, the jailer came and said, I see that, okay, this is how your death sentence is going to be. But yes, there is a lot of planning that is already going on for that. And you'll be put to sentence on the particular day at morning around 5 a.m. Again, they came around 3-4 days back and he said the same thing, right? So everything is ready and yes, it's 5 a.m. this particular day. Now this person started feeling no more nervous and he was more worried, and he started losing bit of weight as well when he was hearing this more and more often. And finally, it was the day that had arrived where he had to be sentenced to death. On that day, they just blindfolded him and they took to the particular place where he's going to be sentenced to death. And he made him to sit, right? Because there's going to be a different kind of treatment for him. And they said, yes, the black king cobra is right next to us. It's your time that has come right now. And they say that, and what they do is they just prick him with 2 needles. The moment they prick him with 2 needles, in just couple of minutes, he just dies. Now this is story 1. So I want you to remember this because I'm going to tell you one more connecting story as well, right? Now here goes the second story. There was this one beautiful school, and the school had a lot of classes, and the 10th class, there were probably around 4 to 5 sections. So one thing that was happening in this school was like the maths teacher, they always used to leave the school and resign in couple of months. Now the headmaster was really worried. So she was looking for somebody who can be there for a longer time. So they started interviewing people for the post of being a maths teacher. There were many interviews that were happening, and there was this very one young lady also who came for the interview. And after all the interview, the principal said, you have been selected. Now this teacher felt really happy. She said, thank you very much for that. And the principal said, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to give you the best class in this entire school for you to teach maths, and they are the most obedient students as well. So the teacher even started feeling more happy. Wow, the principal is so caring, right? And she was a person who was just starting with her teaching profession as well. So again, next day morning, the teacher comes to the class and she saw that okay, there were a lot of kids around. Some were on the desk, some were outside, and some were standing, some were throwing the paper, some were leaving the flight. Right? That's how the kids were doing. So she came inside and said, "Please take your seat." So the kids all sat and she started the classroom. Even while the classroom was going on, there was few kids who were still notorious, right? So they were not listening and they were still throwing the paper around, and that's how it was going. Now again, the teacher came back home and she started thinking, so why are the kids doing like that? Maybe because I am very new, I don't know how exactly to coach them. So she started working more on herself. She started learning how to deal with kids, how to handle them very well, what is the best way of coaching, what is the best way of engagement. She started learning each and everything. Again, next day also it was the same routine, like where kids used to be a bit of notorious and they used to play around and she used to do the classes. Every day she kept on working on that because this was the best class that she had, right? Over a period of time, the kids also started loving her. They started loving the way she was teaching. They started loving the way she was expressing. The kids started connecting to her, and it was time for the exams as well. Now things were going very well. Now by the time it was exams time and they all started writing, after the results came, again the principal called this teacher to the classroom and to the office room and said, the student that you are taking care of, these are the guys who have topped in the maths in the entire school right now. So this teacher felt very happy and she said, thank you very much, principal. It is because you gave the best students to me. That's the reason why I was able to get this great results. The principal said, I had given you one of the most notorious classroom in this entire school. Now this teacher was shocked. But the results were positive. Why? Just quickly take a moment and comment below why in the second case there was massive positive result. Why in the first case the person died. Just if you want to pause this video and comment, you can just comment it as well. Right? Now here is something. In the second case, the principal put lot more positive thoughts in her about the classroom. Though the classroom was notorious, she was always thinking about the classroom in the positive way. Because of which, she was already having the belief that this is the best class and she focused to get the best result out of it. In the first story, the jailer made him believe that he is going to be bitten by the cobra, which is very poisonous and dangerous. Now the prisoner had made that belief or mindset that he is going to die because of that snake. He had already made a decision that okay, this is what is going to happen to me and within a couple of seconds or minutes I am going to die. The moment they pricked him with the normal needles, he felt it was the poison by the snake, and there was a poison that was built within his body which made him to die in a couple of minutes. It's a belief, whether you take it in the negative way or in the positive way. In the first example, it was the negative belief that affected him. In the second example, it was the positive belief that affected the great results of the school. I really don't know the source of this story. I heard this from my mentor and I felt this can certainly help you as well. In our life, be it in the personal front or in the business front or job front, whatever it could be, there is always the belief system that we carry. Some beliefs which are coming from the environment or from our surroundings, it can always affect us. If you are getting the positive belief, it can help you to grow. If you are getting the negative beliefs, it can suppress your growth. But how can we overcome this? Yes, it's possible to overcome. And let me share what really helped me to get great balance in my life and business and everything, and how I was able to build that positive mindset. It was with the help of this one powerful book that's called as The Magic by Rhonda. Truly, I feel that it is a blessing to have that book. Again, this is something that I have been referring to my friends and a lot more known people. In everyone's life, I have been seeing that positive changes as well. If you really want to have that positive vibration, great results that are going to come, make sure to read this book, which is for 28 days practice. Implement every single day. By the time you reach around 5 or 10 days, you will start seeing the magic as well. That's what I wanted to share. Again, whether it's related to YouTube results that you're not getting or getting, it's all related to belief. You might be putting a lot of effort, but if your belief is not in the right alignment, the results are not going to come. Okay. This is one book that created magic in my life. I just wanted to share that it can certainly help you also to get great results. Thanks for watching. If you believe that this video was informative and if you like this content, just comment below so that I can create more stories as well. And thanks for watching. Certainly, there are a lot more videos that I have given in the info link. You can watch related to this and other videos related to channel growth as well. Thank you and see you in the next video. If you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing so that you don't miss any informative video which has been or which will be explained in the most simple way as well. Thank you, take care, and bye for now.